been working on patterns. And what are our 5 patterns? Who can tell me? Devontae.
A, B, C.
Okay, that's one.
A,
I'm going to pick someone else. Jaden. A, B. Sophia, B. A, B, B. Ethan.
A, B, B.
A, B, B. One more. Lainey.
A, B.
B. Good job. On grade 2s, you've been working on something else. What about the patterns that we were doing? Remember how we started off with 1 and then it kind of gradually got bigger and bigger as we went? Who remembers what's that called? A growing pattern. And grade 2s, you worked on another one. What about when it starts off big and it starts to get smaller? Looming. A shrinking pattern. So we've actually been learning 7 patterns. A, B, A, B, B, A, B, A, B, C, and A, B, B. Then growing and shrinking patterns. So you guys are patterning pros. So today we're going to sit in our desks, in our colored groups, and we're going to work on our patterning. So for the first one, we're going to start with your table groups. Your table. So the blue table, the red table, the white table, and the green table. So we're going to have, each table is going to get a folder, and in the folder is some worksheets. So we'll start with the blue table. So the blue table, you're going to be working on an AAB pattern first, and then we'll move on to an ABB pattern. So in this one it says, look at the example AAB pattern below. Then cut out the shapes to create your own AAB pattern. So here, who can tell me what I have? Devontae.
A witch.
A witch.
A witch. A hat. Witch, hat. Witch, hat.
And what do we know about patterns? How do we know it's a pattern and not our core?
Because it repeats itself.
Because it repeats itself. So then what's a core? Kyle.
It repeats itself 1 time.
It repeats it. So it tells us what our pattern is. Okay, so in an AAB pattern here, we have a witch, a hat. Now down below, I have some bats and some skeletons. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut out your bats and cut out your skeletons. And in the boxes, you're going to glue them and create your own AAB pattern. Then, when you're done that, you're going to do the same for an ABB pattern. So who can tell me what I have here? Tiger. Okay, go ahead. Chloe.
A pumpkin, cat, pumpkin, cat, pumpkin, cat.
Okay, so it's the same, except you have 2 A's, and here you have 2 B's. So you're going to go down here, and you see your haunted house. You're going to cut out each haunted house, and cut out each trick-or-treating ghost, and you're going to create your own ABB pattern. Any questions, blue table? Or any questions, Sophia?
Are we allowed to color in our stuff?
Yes. Once you have created your AAB pattern here, you can show me and Miss McCafferty. We'll come over and check it, and then you can color. Okay? And then we're also going to have snap cubes on the carpet. So if you want to do snap cubes, you can do that as well. Okay? Yvonne?
Is the green table doing the same thing as the
I'll
blue
get to the
table?
green table. Blue table, any questions? Yes?
Can we use markers on it?
Yes, you can, because there's nothing on the back. Okay? All right, so that's the blue table. Next is the green table. Green table, you're going to be creating an AAB pattern. Okay, so it says create your own pattern. Look at the example AAB pattern below, then cut out the shapes to create your own AAB pattern. So similar to what the blue table is doing, except for you have a different pattern. So down here you have circles and squares. You're going to cut out your circle and square, paste them, and then you can color it. Then you can move on to create your own ABC pattern. So you have a, what is this? Devontae.
Circle, triangle, star. Circle, triangle, star.
And down here you have triangles, hearts, and squares. So you're going to create your own ABC. Yes, Sophia?
I do each table all have different kind of stuff on their paper.
Because we're doing learning centers. So every day you're going to get a different color folder, and there's going to be a different worksheet in it. You're going to do a different pattern. So for 5 days we're going to do different patterns. Any questions, green table? Yes, Yvonne?
Can we color in the squares or any shapes, you know, that shapes here, here and here?
Yep, once you make your pattern, you can color in the shapes.
But when they're dirt, if you pick black or anything, will it show up?
If you use a color like yellow, it might not show up. But you can cut out the square, and you can color the square yellow if you want. That's fine too. Okay? Any questions? Yes, Travis? You can put the letters if you need to remind yourself what an AABB pattern looks like. You can do that. That's no problem too. Any other questions? Is that a question? Okay. All right. Red table. You are going to be working on growing patterns. What's a growing pattern, Kyle? Hold on. Sophia and Ethan. Cross your legs, please. What's a growing pattern?
It's the pattern that gets bigger.
Gets bigger. So here it says, draw the picture that comes next in each growing pattern. So we have 1, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to have to figure out what kind of pattern it's growing into. Then you can move on to the next one. You have 1 square, 2 circles, 1 square, 4 circles. Then you move on to the triangles and squares, and then you have the triangles. This one's a little tricky, so if you need help, you may work with a partner at the red table.
Look up there.
Or you can look up here. You can use the hundreds chart. Anything around the classroom that will help you, you can use. Okay, any questions about the growing chart, red table? No? All right. And then, once you finish your growing pattern, you can start on an AB pattern. So just like before, you're going to cut out the pictures to create your own AB pattern. We have an AB pattern up here with a lighter color star than a darker star. And down here, you can do the same. Create your pattern here, and you can color when you're done. And snap cubes are available on the carpet. Any questions, red table?
No.
No? All right. And last but not least is the white table.
Why do we It's just if you're white.
All right. So white table, you're going to be working on patterns that shrink. So Jeremy and Zach, do you remember how to do a shrinking pattern?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, on here, you're going to be working with, who knows the nursery rhyme, No More Monkeys Jumping on Bed? Everyone should know that one. So on here, we have monkeys jumping on bed. And it says, how many monkeys are on each bed if one jumps off every time? So down here, you have all your monkeys. You're going to cut out your monkey, and you're going to show me a shrinking pattern. Okay? And you're going to do the same on this paper. So now you have more monkeys. You're going to have to show me a shrinking pattern on both. And you can color when you're done. And if you've done coloring, then you can come to the carpet and you can play with snap. All right. Is there any questions about our centers today? Yvonne?
Are the grade 2s allowed, it's the falling monkey.
Well, if you see, there's one group of monkeys here and one group of monkeys here, and there's two beds. So one monkey will go over here, one monkey group will go over here. But he has to show me the pattern is.
And if we want, we can color in the bed and the pillow.
Yes.
Oh, my desk!
This one's a little tricky. So if you need to draw it, you can draw it.
Where is that blue? Where's that blue?
Yeah. That one? Okay.
And now Tiger doesn't have any. He jumped onto it. And then one fell at the top and the other went up.